Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie Richardson. I just realized I haven't turned on some of my lights, so I'm going to do that first. I kind of just flick myself into this. So I am a channeler. I also do a bit of tarot, dabble in tarot, but mainly channel messages through. Started up channeling some messages from Mother Earth herself, which I put up on my channel yesterday. Also do ascension messages, which are little videos that are inspiring, and they are beautiful, and they are something that I think if you just choose one and listen to it, there's just so much meaning and inspiration in them. Each one is on a different subject of a small channel message that I've brought through, and I spend like a couple of days working on the video of them all. I've also pulled through Codes to a New Reality series, which is consisting of 26 videos helping us get out of the matrix. Woken up by my guides every 2 weeks to do that. Every 2 weeks they give me a message. This is when I first started channeling. And pulled together in the end over a couple of years, 26 videos. Then I started going live. It's been a journey, and a beautiful journey. I really love it. Hey, Freezy Peach is not probably watching. She's probably in bed. Lady, hey, Malcolm, good to see you guys from Yorkshire, England. Nice. And here I am in down under in Australia. I actually was born in New Zealand, moved to here in 1998, and haven't really looked back. Love my family and very loyal to New Zealand, very loyal, but the weather here is so beautiful. What else have I got to say? I've got a couple of big interviews coming up. I've got an interview with Catman on Sunday, the 2nd. It was, I think I said the 4th last time. It was on the 2nd of April. And then another interview with Robert on the 12th. And that's going to be a big one. And I just had a reply back from Kevin Moore that he might have me on in April. We'll see how that one goes, because sometimes things change with him, but that's coming up too. Hey, Sky. Hey, Soul Family. Hey, Annie. Good to see you guys. I love the feeling of everybody here. So I'm starting off today with Alice in Wonderland, and how I was sitting down very quietly, just tapping into the energy so that I could gather the title of this. And yeah, it really, it made sense to, as I was tapping into that energy, to write, finding a calm within our mind. What was it? Calm within the storm. Because there's so much going on now. I also want to have a quick chat about the fact that, everyone goes, oh, these energies are so intense. They're so intense. And that's true. And even I've said that a million times. These energies are so intense. That's absolutely true. But it's not actually that the actual energies are intense. The energies are actually more love-based. The energies are just love. And what happens is, when we're not in harmony with ourselves, which most humans aren't, because we're battling between these two personalities, these two hemispheres within us, the intuition and the logic. We're battling masculine, feminine. We're not loving or encapsulating and merging these things, these two sides of ourselves, to work together in harmony and unison, and just loving both sides, every part of every aspect of ourselves. Then when these powerful love energies come through, we get smacked in the face with our outside reality reflecting where we're not loving ourselves, and so it seems intense to us. But it's just love. And so even the animals, even though they are always going to be in their own persona, their own truth of who they are, even they are showing more love, because they can feel it as well. Oh my gosh, there's so many people on the chat bar. Hey, Lindy. Hey, Paula. Hey, Julie. Maggie. Good to see you guys. Zoe, Sarah. Good to see everybody. Driving across the country and stopped for a tea. And Poppy popped up. I like that, Maggie. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, so we're going to get into this... into the energies and the tarot. We'll ask the tarot for this week and beyond, always this week and beyond. What's happening, how can we guide humanity through these beautiful love energies to come back into balance, how to find the calmness within ourselves through the storm of disillusionment, separation, not feeling good enough. So if I can get some messages, it'd be great. Here I am shuffling away and nothing's coming out. Ah, there we go, just as I said that. So these are Alice in Wonderland cards. They're very different, beautiful art on them. Let's see if I can find the box for you. So this is the box. That's the box. So it's by Lucy Cavendish, artworks by Jasmine. Lucy Cavendish, she's done quite a few different decks. I know that much. So we've got one card popped out for us to read. That's good. These cards are quite sticky too, so they're sticking to my hand. But if there's another card that wants to pop out, that would be great. Otherwise, we'll just go with that one and go on to the next pack of cards. I'm not going to force. Here we go. These ones are another Lucy Cavendish pack. Now, so the energies at the moment, being that they're very love-based and humanity's consciousness is a little out of whack with itself and not really encapsulating everything love within themselves. And we are faced off with bits and pieces that aren't in sync with that love. What we do is we end up bringing in people that are of authority figure that are trying to push us into a place that doesn't feel good. And when that happens, it's showing us that we're not taking responsibility enough for ourselves, because that we see them as more powerful than us. And that is not true. There is no one more powerful than anyone. It is all an illusion. And the reason being that we're all in the core of our soul. And with an avatar, with a body, we all have the same mind. We all have a soul that's connected to love, and we all have this body. We have followed their advice through our lack of not feeling good enough and feeling bad about ourselves. So it's the energies at the moment are just bringing us into that, showing us where we're lacking. Look, I only got 2 cards out of all of that. You know what? Thank you very much, decks, but I'm going to end up picking another deck. So we got I Want to Be Queen, Starting Your Sovereignty, Declaring Freedom, Passing a Test. And this is exactly what I was just talking about, right? I want to be queen. We want to be the leading actress of our life, or actor of our life. We want to be the main central point of where we come from and how we feel about us. And then we allow those people, those energies to come in. There is always a way around even the structure of how society is built. And if it's starting to pull you into a place where you feel limited, there will always be a crack in the structure that you could squeeze through and find another way out. That could be, to find a way out. Have your determination set on, being mortgage free, or have your determination set on having a beautiful garden where you plant the plants that you love, finding that calmness within yourself, being involved with people that already have your determination to be in the right group at the right time with the right people. All of that, there's always these ways out of things, and things are shifting up big time when it comes to those that are willing to see the advantages of nature and Mother Earth and all of that, and the energies coming from them. That's one thing that I did channel through with Gaia on Monday, is that we are looking at the fact that nature has given everything to us for free, and we took it away from ourselves by trusting another person that said that they will take care of us, that we need to follow them, that they have the rules, that they know all that's going to make us feel better. And you know what? We tried it that way. Everyone's tried it that way. Do we feel better? No. There's moments that we're like, oh, that's exhilarating, and then the ride just went slump down. So we have to realize where we've given our power away to that, whether it be family dynamics or bigger, and find our way out of this. So these energies at the moment being very loved based, they are actually helping us find this unity between what is already naturally here, and that always comes from love. Mother Earth always comes from love. She just wants to love you. She wants to reflect you into feeling good about who you are. All of your children, all the animals, everything, every plant life, every insect, everything. She loves who she is, and when she loves humanity like she is loving everything else, humanity's vibration starts to come up and want to reflect or match that love, and that love ends up being that we can now, through that love, trust. It's interesting what she's bringing up now, but because we let go, like we eat and we have to let go of that food, right? And it drops somewhere. Through that food, we can actually find that Mother Earth, or the soil around, or the plants around us, will actually find the nutrients that we need for our food. But we've separated ourselves from nature so far that she literally doesn't feel our footsteps. It's really interesting. The other thing that we've got here is, and I know that seems far, far in the future for some people who are caught in such, we've got to go to 9 to 5 and we've got to do the work and all of that sort of stuff. But if we start to at least imagine a life where we are collectively working together with nature, it's at least bringing us into a different vibrational meet, rather than feeling victim to something that we're stuck in. So that's why I'm saying we can find these cracks in society, because the biggest thing that's coming towards us is collaboration with nature again. It's one of the biggest things, because it is in reflection already there, wanting to give everything to us for free. So we also have the Dragonfly Mermaid. You've attracted wonderful news. Wow. So definitely through this self-love of what we're starting to accomplish within our own inner core, we are bringing in the energetic they're saying response, or energetic mirror of our own love of ourselves. So that can also come up as surprise events in your life where, wow, I've been wishing that for a very long time, and now I see it's pretty much here, it's coming, or I've got news that it's on the way, or something like that. I can feel that there's people that are also mirroring you, that have what you need, that they are ready to bring you on board because they've found the love in themselves and the trust in themselves and that sort of thing. We are all mirroring and reflecting each other, asking the universe to show us the clear path. Another thing that I got was the universe is always reflecting our least resistance, and our least resistance sometimes is our biggest blocks. So in other words, we might have a path that's in front of us, that's, say you saw a clear path going to exactly where you want to be ending up, in the most calmest, beautiful, tropical world, I don't know, forest in the mountains, whatever it is, where you just feel so peaceful, so relaxed, not having to worry about money anymore, friends and that are invited over, all of that beautiful juicy stuff, food on the table, blah blah blah, not blah blah blah, but blah blah blahs and etc. And then you see that path going there, but what our mind's done in not feeling like we are worthy in this aspect or that's impossible, because our logical brain has literally thrown a great big boulder in that path. When we walk down that path, which is least resistant, we can sometimes come across the big boulder that we're placed there by our logical mind. Now, we're not going to be able to just move around that boulder and through to that clear path that's there. The least resistance is to break that boulder down, to see it as the illusion that it is, to see it as the program that was placed in our minds, and to see it smashed because we're no longer giving it any more attention. We just go, you know what, I'm just going to move through this. And that means that the next thing that might come to you is something that's disastrous, to really wake you up, because you can't seem to see your way around it. You can't seem to see yourself breaking that boulder or getting through that. So the least resistance is for the universe to throw in front of you the worst thing that could happen, and then you're like, oh my God, I got myself out of it. The boulder wasn't even near. I don't need to worry about it for the rest of my life. I know how to get myself out of this. I know how to untangle my thoughts and my mind and where to focus and all of that sort of stuff. So you learn on the way to never have to repeat that same boulder again on your path. And that is the least resistance, even though it seemed in your life that something really bad happened. Okay, so I'm going to get Osho. That's great, Sarah. I love what you said about Mother Gaia. Maggie, I've been feeling like that lately anyway, just trying to avoid the Red Queen. Maggie, it's so interesting that you called it the Red Queen, because I've got to give you this little story. I am going to pull some more tarot, but the little story goes, when my girls were young, I had a temper, and my temper was taught to me by my elder sister, who was manic depressant. So I always thought that the way to get through things was to fire up, because I was the most placidest, easygoing kid, and I always got overlooked. So I ended up kind of programming myself with this temper. I'm not saying it was really bad, but you know how kids will bring that out on you when they're little. You get very frustrated sometimes. Anyway, they were only really little, and I realized this is not going to work. I can't do this with my children. I love them so much. And so I asked to face off with that anger that I had within myself. And how I did it in the end was to separate myself from the anger, but personify it. So I said to the girls, I have the White Queen and I have the Red Queen within me. And I decided, instead of just avoiding the Red Queen, which was the anger, I was going to allow her to come out at specific times that was needed for me to have determination to say, no, that's my boundaries. There's my boundaries. Don't cross my boundaries. And it works so well because I gave that part of myself that was feeling like it wasn't being heard a voice of reason. And so she, as the Red Queen, became my assertiveness. It was really cool. And then the White Queen obviously was the one that played with the kids and all of that sort of stuff. So in the end, I integrated the part of anger into me to use, to allow to come out at the right time. Just to give you a bit of advice there, Maggie, if that helps. Okay, so we've got Usher. Let's pull some cards, eh? And see what's going to come out. Okay, so we do have, right when I was talking about fighting within ourselves, we have the fighting card that's come up. Okay, a whole heap just came out then. So we have the fighting card. The fighting card is literally somebody who's ready with their armor on, and they have all these buttons here, and they're ready to attack somebody. And if someone presses that one button, I'm off, I'm gonna get you. Take a deep breath, right? Because sometimes those buttons are getting pushed because we feel so worthless and had to cover ourselves up with so much armor to protect ourselves that it's almost so heavy on us. It's so heavy, and we are lagging, and we feel stress in ourselves from just trying to protect everything. That I don't want that sort of thing to come near me anymore, because every time it does, I'm going to have to get angry, and so I have to have this armor on me to get angry. Like they're literally asking me to even breathe through this. So breathe through this. When you start focusing in on the breath, you are focusing not on anything else. When you start to trust that if that thing did come along and poke you and push that one button that you knew would get you going, then it's showing you something that you are feeling small in yourself. Anyone who is fighting is already feeling in lack of. People who are standing their ground, being assertive, putting their hand up and saying, no, you don't go there, with a very calm and assertive voice, has the power. They are the ones that really show the essence of what true power means. It's not those that attack and fight and show their weaknesses through their vulnerability of having to be louder than loud. Be aware of this when we're going through these energies. Be aware of what buttons are being pressed in you. Be aware of what it's doing to you, and how are you still loving who you are in that moment. If you're not, there's something you need to look at. Just be aware of it. So we also have rebirth and guilt came in together, and they were both in reverse. So rebirth came in last week. I remember talking about it with the sleepy camel with the roaring, angry lion waking up, and then coming into the power of the innocence and the guilt that comes into that. That's interesting. So they're both in reverse, but guilt is something that is something that the logical brain has held on to from past, and it is made into a bigger story, so that we can try to punish ourselves through our life. Guilt ends up being a punishment, through the stress and anxiety of feeling so bad, feeling a victim, feeling all of that. We're punishing ourselves. Guilt is punishment of self, that we're not good enough. Yes, some things have happened that we've done acted certain ways, acted. Everybody has. There's no one on this planet, I can tell you now, unless they're a very innocent small child, anyone that's an adult, let's put it that way, has at least gone through one moment where they could attach themselves to that guilt, and they could feel, oh my gosh, I should never have done that. Holy crap. But the lesson in that moment when that thing happened, if you go back to that point of when that problem or that acting out happen, when that fight happened in the past. And you see it from the vulnerable position that you were in, that was the only outlet that you thought was possible because you were taught that by your parents, by your school, by the way that society makes you fight for things. Then you can start to see it as an observer point of view, a soul looking at yourself, and release and release and release. And this is what brings in the rebirth of releasing all of the guilt that happened in the past. The next two cards that fell out together were laziness and adventure. Now, how interesting that everything is so opposite, right? We really are being pulled into this void of the opposite being present to what we actually even want to have happen in our life, so that it can show us the blockages within us so that we can actually create the adventure. Two completely different people here. One's going on an adventure, and one is sitting, in the laziness of itself, looking at everything. Now, okay, this card of laziness does represent getting stuck in laziness in a comfortable position. And do we ever move? Do we ever get up and move? But also, I want to just bring up, before we go into that, I want to bring up the diversity of these within all of us. We all have laziness within us, and we all have adventure within us. And now they're bringing me into going with the flow of energies, riding the energies, riding them. There's going to be moments in your life where you need to be lazy. There's going to be moments in your life when you need adventure. It's okay. Accept all of them as they happen, and always know that you will move out of them. Always know that you won't get stuck in the laziness, or you won't get lost in the adventure. Always see that you can shift at any given moment. It is the ability to shift our reality from one to another that gives us the freedom. It is when we hang on to things through guilt, through the fight of life, through being victim, through feeling sorry for ourselves, that we get stuck. So what if you need a week of laziness? So what? So what if you want to take off and have an adventure and explore your life, and there's somebody in your reality that doesn't want you to do that? Just, if you feel that's the energy for you in the given moment, explore it, allow it, be that, and integrate it into your life, and don't feel guilty anymore about whether you are lazy or whether you are adventurous. Then the rebirth will be with us. And the very last card that was over, like it was hidden from me, it was face down. It was like the last card of where we are actually going, is creativity. This is us creating our life through all the new frequencies as they roll in. And the funny thing is, when it's love coming at you, like you could see it as frequencies coming, dipping in and out, where I feel like being just lazy and not doing anything at the moment. Okay, I feel inspired. I want to go on an adventure. I want to create my life. I want to do something different. And now the next minute, okay, I don't feel like doing anything in this hour, that sort of thing. But it's acceptance of all of that. Far out, where was I going? I was actually channeling something then. It was really cool. It's to do with us creating our life. That's right. Like, they're coming back in. Sometimes I get a block myself, and I have to acknowledge that and allow it to happen, right? And that's just my logical brain trying to super analyze what's coming in, and I need it to shush while I channel. Because I don't know what's coming, and my logic starts fretting. It's interesting how that happens sometimes. So I have to just tell my logic to be quiet. So creativity and exploring the diversity of love pouring in on us and showing us a path. Each and every one of us could be doing this in a different way. Like, I could feel like being lazy, where my partner could feel like being in action. And you're like, well, you're not feeling lazy. Why are you not? And I feel like being lazy. And instead of judging each other for not being in the same place, utilize it. Okay, that person feels like doing more housework than I do. Allow each other to have the space to be lazy in the moment, and the other person to have the space to go on an adventure and do something different. Allow each of us in reflection. As we allow it within ourselves, we start to trust it in others. We start to trust that we're creating our life. We are the creators of our reality. And as that happens in reflection, we have someone that can pick up the pieces because they're feeling really full of energy in that moment. So it's not that the energy coming at us or humanity's consciousness is all the same thing. It affects us all differently in different moments so that we can weave a path together. That was what I was getting at. Really cool. Okay, so let's get into some more. Let's get into some tarot. Okay. Vulnerable too, Maggie. Yeah, with that red queen. Yes, but that's the acknowledgement of it all. I haven't got there, guys. I haven't said yes, please. We're not doing the reading just yet. Just hang on a sec. Everybody's excited to get a reading today. We're still doing the tarots. We're still doing the general. Okay, so 7 of Wands came out with 7 of Pentacles. Whew. Look at it again. Even within the tarot, we have these 2 cards, and one was upside down, one was not. La la la. Fighting card, exactly the same as what came out with the Osho. The fighting card came out. Pretty much, I think that is the 7 Wands in the Osho deck, coming out twice. Really prevalent at the moment. We're fighting. We're literally feeling like, how do we fight for our life? And the funny thing is, the fight for our life, the fight for our survival, the fight for all of that needs to be dropped. It needs to be, it is us picking up the baton of the fight that is literally creating the fight. And then the 7 of Pentacles came out, and there's offering coming. Here we are waiting on this lifestyle that we want to bring into our life. And here we are, the queen, literally offering you a gift, the right hemisphere, the intuitive scope. She's telling you that all she needs is 1 pentacle. Here's the masculine. He's worked on all of this work over the years, just poured all his heart out into it. The queen sees it and she says, all you really need is this 1 pentacle. And he's like, what? If I release all of this that I worked on and I kept doing the fight for, I was fighting for my life, and I release it all, and I trust that your 1 pentacle of intuition can now pull me through and out of the story that's kept me how bound, hidden from myself, and trusting and not trusting the outside reality to support me. Hawa, it's pretty cool because the intuition, the feminine power of ourself is the imagination finding a way out of this mess. And then the logic can go, oh, I always had it in front of me. I could have, I don't know, sold my highly mortgaged house and bought the dream block of land that I wanted, and met the right people in that place to help me build a house. And it's a smaller house, yeah, but I don't feel like I need to dust every room. It's not so much housework, and I can literally put my umbrella up outside and tilt it to the side, see the stars, and feel like I've got shelter, food, water, calmness, friends, food, growing in my garden, that sort of thing, stream fly through. There's so much more. And yet I used to see those people who lived like that as poor, and they were always looking happy, but I never saw that as something that would be able for me to be able to be aspired to. But I had to let go of something in order to gain something, or let go of the fight to be looking like I am something that the world can aspire to, when it wasn't even making me happy. There's something there, that letting go of something that's not making you happy, never was, for you to be able to be gifted something more in the end through your intuition, your imagination coming in. Yeah. Divine. Oops, lol. Sorry. Everybody started up on the yes, please. I get that everybody wants a reading. There is some really major energies coming in. I'll pull one more animal card out, and then I will get on to the free readings for you guys. So let's see what the shamanic animal energies have to say for us for this week and beyond. Yeah, there definitely is something that we need to let go of in order to allow this beautiful gift of peace and calm and serenity, because we're feeling good about ourselves. I mean, we are now no longer trying to look the part of something that wasn't even making us happy. Okay. Going into, there's so many more gifts coming our way, and sometimes the gifts don't look like what you thought they would look like, but they actually are going to bring you into the things that you wanted in the first place. Sometimes the journey is not going to take you exactly the same way, but they want you to trust it. They want you to trust it. That's so important. Morning, Jamie. Oh, thank you. Ooh, I like that one. These ones flew out. Two flew out at the same time. We have Hawk Messenger. Hawk Messenger. And this is reminding me of these cavemen, in the like Incas and all of that. They used to carve in the caves and stuff like that. They were connected through dreamings. They were connected through dreamings as an imagination. They were connected to an understanding of the energy present or around them through the stories. And this is the messenger, the hawk. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So definitely signs will be coming up when we start to work with our intuition. Coincidences happen. When we start to work with intuition, coincidences start to pop up as in signs, and then you can read the energies around you through these coincidences, through numbers, through whatever, similar signs, like similar different people say the similar things and all that sort of stuff. Also, excuse any noise that you can hear. I don't know if that mic's picking that up, but we have a demolition right next door because that house burnt down next door to us, and they're rebuilding. So sorry about that. Which is really showing that real annihilation. It's just breaking everything down right next door to me. Everything's been broken down so that we can start afresh. We have to let go of that we thought was working, that made us feel miserable, in order for us to find something new. And here's the next card that came out for the animal cards. Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Isn't that beautiful? Here's the freedom coming towards us, and we don't understand. We don't see it in its true full value at the moment, while we're still looking at all the work that we've done, and can I let go of that much to allow freedom to come into me? How am I going to shift my reality for my life to be feeling full again, for me to be not caught in a place that makes me feel vulnerable? So the horse of freedom's coming in. It's like galloping towards us. It's saying, I know the way. Follow these signs. Trust your intuition. Let go of trying to look a certain way and be you and just be you. Okay, now guys, if you would like a reading, just say yes, please. I can see a lot of yes, pleases anyway, right? It's all good. It's all good. I love it. I love how you guys are so excited to be read for. It's really cool. Okay, Sky. Sky Imagination first is the first one that popped out to me. So. Sky. Sky, we have soulful appreciation in us. So this is heartfelt gratitude. So they're asking you to be grateful for the little things. Be grateful for the fact that you are still here, living, breathing in a body, that you are still here. This in itself, grateful for little things that are around you, moments of friendships, all of that, because there's some sort of alignment they're wanting you to balance into for you to accept a new gift coming. I'm seeing these coins as a new gift coming to you, but they want you to be in balance of just being grateful. Let go of the stress, let go of the mind, let go of the what ifs and the I should be's and the all of that. Just let go and just try for a day to just simply be grateful. And what happens is it creates the path of least resistance that I was talking to you before, because the universe is now seeing there is no resistance within your mind of all of the doubts and the what ifs and the should be's that was creating the boulder bigger on your path. So when you come into alignment with gratefulness, the path becomes one clear essence, and then everyone's reflecting, the universe starts reflecting back, and it starts to bring in the gift that you're literally looking for. And then you have to be in order of self-acceptance, self-support. Yes, I deserve this. This is mine. I will take this, and I'm going to do wonders with this gift because I know what I'm doing. So that's appreciation of yourself and who you are. Okay, Julie Arnold. Julie. Remember too, we can't be responsible for some of the bigger pictures that we've been programmed to be responsible for. Start with only you acknowledging the power of you. You can't fix, say for instance, some company's drilling in the middle of the sea and they're drilling gas and it's all boiling up and it's creating havoc, and you're fixated on a problem that's way bigger than what's in your actual vicinity and your reality here right now, and you want to be able to fix it but you can't, and it's kind of making you feel like, be careful of the problems that they've pulled over us as the bigger picture that we feel lack of to be able to help. But when we come to the core essence of who we are and the surroundings that we have now, just our house, just our neighbors, just ourselves, just our lives, just our feelings, that in itself, without the TV and all that stuff that's been pushed over us, when you start to get that in order, you'll start to notice other things in your reality will become in order too. It's interesting how much power we actually have where our focus and attention going in on the problem can sometimes cause problem to become bigger. That's what they're trying to tell me for you. Emotional desert, inactivity and isolation. Also, sometimes when we're feeling like we are alone, we tend to fixate on something that we can't fix and make it a bigger problem too. So just be aware of this. They want you to take one step at a time and breathe through your life, creating beauty around you in this moment. There's something there that's showing. There's something there that's showing you a blockage of your own. Yeah, there's something there. Anyways, I end up almost wanting to do a big, brilliant hour-long reading, and I have to stop myself. So, Zoe, Zoe's just saying hi to everyone. I don't know. Did he want a message? No, he did say that. No. So if you want a message, just say yes, please, because for some reason I think that there's a message there for you. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Sky. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, Zoe. Actually, the shamanic animal card pulled out for you, and I put it back in the deck. So there's this power that's coming to you, and the funny thing is, the next one that I got was the wisdom of the Magi. So you are now stepping into the powerful you. You're starting to understand you are the central point creator of your reality and where that can go for you, what you want to do with that. So we have archangel healing, joy, blessings, intuition coming in, and the power, truth, and connection of the alignment of yourself and feeling good in every aspect of yourself. There's a self-acceptance that's coming for you. And that self-acceptance is literally offering you something new coming in. Look at the little baby chickie in the nest, and she's so just so excited about this new opportunity coming in your way. You have something coming up for you that's going to be so exciting for you. They want you to recognize this as a reflection of your inner support and the work that you've done, and just feel gratefulness for it when it happens. Yes, I understand we can get very excited, and sometimes it's really interesting what they're showing me. There's like a seesaw event that can happen when we actually start bringing in what we want. We're like, whoa, a seesaw of excitement and fear, and that they want you to bring it into the center of being the wisest of yourself. Just feel what she's feeling, being in gratitude of it, just pure in gratitude, not holding on to it till death come, but also acknowledging it as part of you and the work that you've done. Like the 7 chakras, I can literally see you've done a lot of work within yourself, and it's clearing this vortex of a beautiful space, and that is the path. That is the clear, least resistance path that you're bringing in of gifts coming your way. So that's nice. Okay, divine. Straight out divine, I'm feeling like there's a connection to benevolent beings that's trying to connect with you at this moment. There's a gift coming from them in that connection. See what's happening. Relaxation, peacefulness, pursuits, and happy times. So So they want you to just relax now and acknowledge what relaxing actually gives you is peace. Instead of relaxing through guilt, we want to take every moment of relaxation as peace. Chilling out. You know, you can go on the wildest holidays. You can say to yourself, I'm not going to do anything today, but your mind is still, and you feel stress, and you still feel stress. What's true peace? True peace is within yourself, stilling the monkey mind, just being present, exploring your options as you go, just relaxing and not worrying about, exploring the stars. If you feel like getting up and doing something, you do that. Relaxation is just a peaceful mind, honestly. And they want you to relax more so that there's some sort of connection. I still feel that there's some sort of connection for you coming in. We also have the learning elementals and the teacher coming up. So there's something coming up for you in that respect as well. I won't go into that too much because I think that I need to read for somebody else. But I think you're going to get what you need out of those two cards, teacher and elementals. Elementals are also connected to the Pleiadians. They keep on bringing me back to this something that's trying to connect to you that's like the Pleiadians or something and giving you a new gift. Okay. What else have we got here? Justin. Resonant choices, signature signals, thought vibration, and it came out in reverse. So this is literally like the storm, calming the mind within the storm so that we can, you can find inner peace again. I'm feeling, Justin, that your mind might be busy with not negative things, but just busy. Intellectual wisdom, something coming in. But even that needs to have a space to relax. So there's all these gifts coming to you through your intellect, because your intellect actually has a way of analyzing or working out things that can actually help invent things or something new. And it's like a direct line from benevolence to your soul that's coming through, that's bringing it through into your intellect. But when we are grasping for that within our minds, we literally stop it. And so we end up going on this merry-go-round of it has to be that way, it has to be this way, it has to be this way, because your logic only knows the has to be of what worked before. They're asking you to let go of the has to be of what worked before, because something new's coming in or has come in already, and for you to explore this even more, go deeper, they're saying. So that's really interesting for you, Justin. Who else have we got? Annie, the family tree, kinship, very much family ties coming in for you. I'm not saying every member in your family, by the way, but there's something that you can build on with certain family members that is going to show more love in your family, and that's going to help those that aren't feeling part of, that are on the outside a bit of your reality. It's going to help bleed into more. So this week I would be focusing in on family, Just the ones that you feel close. Don't try to force anything with anyone. Just more love towards the ones that you really are grateful for being in your life. That's what I'm feeling for you. Okay, who else have we got? Lady Isabella, yes, please. What is it I need to hear that I'm having trouble getting on my own? Who trying to tell me? What is who trying? Okay, I'll just see what comes out for you, Lady Isabella. So you've got the Ascended Masters is coming in. So there is some sort of connection that's wanting to connect with you from a higher place of the vibrational me. Okay, so if you just sit down still by yourself and then imagine, see this image here? You can even come back to this, being that it's recorded, and imagine yourself walking through a dream world of benevolent beings. I'm seeing something more of, these ones here for you rather than the monk. And the benevolent beings and how that actually feels when you start to meditate on that, focus in on that. What does that feel for you? The goldenness around everyone, and they're all now, and then feel into them, and then they want you to bring your energy into feeling that within yourself, and not seeing yourself as lesser than them but equal to them. So yeah, it's a valuable lesson of finding your self-worth at the moment. Jamie. Jamie, no way. You guys see that I put these cards all together and I shuffle them, right? Same card popped out for you, Jamie. So that's a message for you as well. Let's see if there's any more. So definitely take the message that I just said to Lady as well for you. I'll just see what else is here. Yeah, because there's this connection to a... the reason why they're doing this is because there's wisdom in this energy. And when you align yourself with the energy, you end up bringing through the wisdom. Don't be afraid to go to somewhere that feels good. Don't be afraid to feel good. And don't explore it. Explore that beautiful wow feeling when you're there. Don't try to hold it. Just be it. Become it. There's something. These are the gifts that are coming our way as well, because we are having more connection to these benevolent beings, and they're actually sparking new gifts within us. Gifts of clarity. Clarity gifts are telekinesis, telepathic, all of those. By the way, I have a telekinesis class coming up on the 3rd of April on Monday. Be there or be square. No, it's going to be all on telekinesis. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to show you a video of me actually performing telekinesis, and I'm going to channel through all this information about telekinesis for you guys. So it's only $20 if you want to go pop on to my website, which is linked down below, Coast to a New Reality. You can be part of that class. Yeah, sometimes I'm thinking we actually start the class 20 minutes earlier because we love to have a chat and that sort of thing as well before. So yeah, it'll be a good class if you're interested in that. Come on board. I forgot to advertise that at the beginning. Kaylin. It's the reason why I'm doing all of this is because I want you guys to find your gifts and whatever you're passionate or you're excited about learning. And it could be all of them. It could be one of them. But whatever you're excited about, it at least opens this doorway for you to look even more into it and see that that is an actual possibility for you, which it is. It all is. Very good. If you can't make it due to work, you can still book. And then what happens is I will give you the recorded private link to it. So you still go through the class. So you're just not able to talk to me at that time. And it's still $20 because it's very cheap anyway. So if you want to still be a part of it, you can book. And then if you don't turn up, I will see that you haven't turned up, or at least if I didn't see that you didn't turn up, you just give me a little message to say, can I have that link? And I'll give you the link to that class so you can still get all of the juicy stuff that helps you. Anyway, up to you guys. No pressure, obviously. Okay, who else was I going to? Kaylin. As soon as I says okay, so you have past life guides, karmic lesson, present assistant. So you might be going through something that's actually clearing something in your past life. So it might not completely make sense to you why this is happening for you now, because it was something you were born. It's like you've peeled away enough of the layers of yourself to actually get to the core of your energy alignment that you came into your life with. So you might have come into a life that had not so good parents, or something that just didn't work well for you. And that was because your energy was already present in that from a previous life, and then you're born back into it again in this life so that you could face it off with it. And so the way that I would suggest to get this help that these past guides also want to give you to move through this and the karmic lesson that's coming up for you is to go into kind of like a meditation, or just go into your imagination. If you can't meditate, doesn't make any difference. Just go into your imagination and go, okay, if I was in a past life, now the story doesn't matter, but the story at least helps your mind to get you through this. So what would my past life be? I can imagine myself being in this scenario, like a log cabin or something in the woods, and I was all alone and nobody was there for me, and that sort of thing. Feel into it. It's the feelings that we want to get to, And then when you feel into it, you go, where did I give my power away? Why did I feel like I couldn't move out of that log cabin and move towards somebody? Why was I fearing trusting other people? All of that sort of stuff starts bubbling up for you. And then you start to see where your past lives kept bringing you to the same position. This can happen majorly with people who have been witches, that have been condemned, but also seeing it as an observer point of view of, wow, I learned such a valuable lesson of where I gave my power away. I'm taking that back. So there's something really valuable for you there. If anyone wants a one-on reading, I do one-on-one readings. I have one straight after this. So that's the links are all down below. Just go to my website, Codes to a New Reality, and then click on the intuitive counseling readings and classes, and then you can book whatever you desire. So love you guys heaps. I made it to the end. Katie just made it. Sorry, Katie. Okay, until next time, I am going to be channeling on Thursday. I'm also going to keep up the Gaia channelings as well. I'm going to try to do something every day. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. I might come live again. I'm not sure. Just going to wing this now. But if something feels like it's meant to be, like the Gaia readings at the moment need to be happening, I will bring through her, or whatever. Maybe I do another tarot. I don't know yet. So I'm just going to leave it open. Love you guys heaps. Until next time. Bye.